This video has everything. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stefon moments.
You know, it's that thing when a hobo becomes a rich man, so they take the big bubble bath.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're choosing the best moments from Bill Hader's Saturday Night Live appearances as the flamboyant club kid Stefon Meyers, née Zaleski, the city correspondent for Weekend Update.
Where are we going again, buddy?
Well, it's that thing of when a beach is covered in jellyfish and a sunburned old man braids your hair.
Number 10, The Return of Stefon. In 2018, Bill Hader returned to SNL to host the St. Patrick's Day episode and delighted audiences by bringing Stefon back with him. The city correspondent is asked by Colin Jost and Michael Che, or La La Land and Moonlight as he dubbed them, to recommend things to do for the Irish holiday.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us, Stefon.
As usual, Stefon's answers cater less to your average tourist and more to people who want to rub Billy Joel's numb hand on themselves.
Why does it have to be numb?
So you can pretend it's Bruce Springsteen's hand.
The skit gets even better when Stefon's co-creator John Mulaney appears as his attorney and conceptual piss artist to suggest a less insensitive term than the M word for little people. Hader always struggles to contain his laughter as Stefon, and this performance is no exception.
Crouch on the bathroom floor and you put your feet on their heads.
Number 9, Stefan's Debut.
Hi.
Before he got into TV journalism and uncovering New York's hottest clubs, Stefon debuted on season 34 of SNL as the brother of Hollywood filmmaker David, played by Ben Affleck.
All right. You know, I can't believe it. The Zaleski brothers together again.
Okay, basically it starts with this character, Bob.
In the skit, David and Stefon pitch a film idea to movie executives played by Andy Samberg and Jason Sudeikis. While David describes a coming-of-age, family-friendly football movie, Stefon, who admits he's been awake for 3 days straight prior to the meeting, is more interested in talking about tight denim, muscular older men, and group sex scenes.
And they're like into everything, like groups, J-offs, intimidation scenarios.
You can hear that the audience is just as confused by the character as the executives. But Stefon does walk out with an offer to rewrite WALL-E 2.
I'm sorry, Stefon, but we can't make your movie.
What movie?
Okay. But Stefon, how would you feel about doing a rewrite for WALL-E 2?
Yay!
Number 8, Stefon plus Derek Zoolander.
Hi.
Hi.
Stefon snuggles up next to Seth Meyers to give his hottest tips for autumn. Before he even gets started, Seth references a summer vacation the pair had been on, to which Stefon coyly asks,
How's your back?
Anyway, Stefon eventually recommends, a drag queen-fronted club that's also an active crime scene. What really brings the sketch up a notch, however, is the surprise appearance of Ben Stiller reprising his role as Derek Zoolander, New York's best male model. Sorry, Hansel.
All proceeds go to benefit the Derek Zoolander Foundation for fat kids who are fat, but not in a cute way like that fat kid on Modern Family.
Derek is there to promote the Derek Zoolander Foundation for fat kids who are fat, but not in a cute way like that fat kid on Modern Family. The vapid fashionista proves to be the ideal sidekick for Stefon.
I'm wearing my new look, rigor mortis.
That's not sexy, Stefon. You have to pout your lips and look stupid like Seth.
I don't have to put up with this.
Number 7, the Halloween special. As per usual, Seth Meyers asks Stefon to promote some spooky, gentle fun people can partake in over the October holiday.
New York's hottest club is
Jelly Bowl.
Instead, Stefon describes a club that is also a home invasion, where visitors can drink urine disguised as champagne and be guarded by hobo robocops.
Needless to say, this place has everything. Slurpees, mushmouths, litter bugs, and don't worry about security because it's guarded by an army of hobo cops.
Hobo cops.
Homeless robocops.
Seth presses Stefon for something more traditional, so Stefon recommends a Halloween party in an abandoned whitefish factory, with special guests including both members of Wham getting it on in a two-man horse costume, and the Jewish version of Blackula the Black Vampire.
Well, they have a Jewish Dracula.
Oh, what's his name?
Sidney Applebaum.
Seth also finally calls out Stefon's use of the outdated M word when describing a human piñata. So Stefon changes the word to be less offensive?
Sorry, not midget, fun size.
Number 6. MTV's Dan Cortese.
This place has everything. Asbestos, lupus, the magazines at Supercuts. Dan Cortese.
One of the funniest things in the Stefon sketches is the quasi-name-dropping of random celebrities, like Stefan's dog, Bark Ruffalo. When Hader/Stefon returned to SNL for the second time in 2014, he could barely prevent himself from breaking character on the new version of Weekend Update, particularly when Dan Cortese's name kept sneaking into his lines.
Needless to say, this place has everything. Skunks, K-fobs, Cookie Crisp, Dan Cortese.
The ex-video jockey's name triggered a lot of nostalgia for audience members who were teens in the 90s. Other highlights include a club with human defibrillators, and Stefon describing anchors Colin and Michael as one of each, and Barack and Mitt. The segment closes out with Stefon announcing that he is pregnant with husband Seth Meyers' baby. Aww.
I'm pregnant.
Congratulations, everybody!
I'll let you know if we keep it.
Stefon, everybody!
Number 5. Stefon gets spicy. If you're looking for a nice, quiet place to take your mother for Mother's Day, don't ask Stefon for tips.
New York's hottest club is spicy.
The city correspondent suggests that Seth Meyers take his mother to Spicy, a 24-hour bitch fest located on the Upper East Side of a dumpster and run by Rabbi Jew Diamond Phillips. What's especially fun about this skit is that we get to learn a little bit about Stefon's life. His mother is Ms. Stefon, his father is David Bowie, and he's BFFs with an ultimate fighter toddler called Drooly Lips Jackson, who has fists like empanadas.
What's your dad's name, Mr. Stefon?
No, it's David Bowie.
Oh, okay.
Stefon also plants a peck on Seth's cheek and scores an invite to meet Seth's mom.
So why don't you come home with me and meet my mom?
Sleepover?
Stefon, everybody!
Hi, Mom. Hi, David Bowie.
Number 4. Saying goodbye to Seth. The February 1st, 2014 episode of SNL was head writer and Weekend Update anchor Seth Meyers' last. After Seth delivered his final joke, co-anchor Cecily Strong surprised him by bringing in ex-SNL stars Amy Poehler and Bill Hader as Stefon.
A couple friends wanted to stop by and say something.
Amy reveals that Stefon has been taking her to all the hottest clubs in New York, and tells Seth that she and Stefon are there to take him to the other side like a gateway drug.
You know, like bath salts and meow meow.
The best part of the sketch, other than the emotional farewell, is Stefon's distaste for Cecily, who he hisses at and forbids from using his husband's name.
Cecily, I'm so sorry, Stephanie. This is Amy and this is Stefon.
Oh, and there are also surprise cameos from Andy Samberg and Fred Armisen.
And I'm Seth Meyers. Good night.
Number 3. New York's hottest club is Kevin. Stefon skits are totally formulaic, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Whenever Bill Hader starts with New York's hottest club is, we know to expect the weirdest club name possible, often delivered with a funny gesture or dramatic voice change. One of the most memorable of these is in 2012's St. Patrick's Day special.
New York's hottest club is Kevin.
Stefon goes on to tell us the club was opened at gunpoint in a lady footlocker and owned by gay running back Blow J. Simpson.
This Long Island cold spot is managed by infamous gay running back Blow J. Simpson.
Kevin also features leprechauns with hepatitis C,
Leprechauns,
and human Roombas.
a midget on a skateboard and it slides around on your floor eating garbage.
The sketch is also memorable for Stefon using a Kiss Me I'm Irish badge to steal a smooch from Seth.
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
If you insist.
Number 2. Stefon versus Edward Norton. SNL pulled out all the stops for its 40th anniversary in 2015, reviving fan-favorite characters, inviting back legendary past cast members, and featuring some very special guests. One of these was Edward Norton, who slid into Weekend Update with Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Jane Curtin looking not quite like his usual self.
Well, ladies, when you want to hit the clubs, this week's hottest club in New York is called Yank!
Dressed as Stefon, Norton does a pretty convincing job delivering the city correspondent's lines, until the real Stefon interrupts to show him the correct way to perform his signature character gesture.
You don't cover your face. You make a teepee for your secrets.
A tuxedoed Seth Meyers also steps in to scold his husband for playing around with the lookalike, and also to hilariously remind him of his parental responsibilities.
Hey, we have children now.
Don't worry, kids. Mommy and Daddy aren't fighting. Mommy's just tripping on Molly.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions.
New York's hottest club is Boof. Located in an abandoned orphanage on the lower East Side of Chelsea, this round-the-clock puke party is the creation of narcoleptic club owner Snoozin' Lucci. New York's hottest club is
Your mother and I are separating.
Number 1. Stefon and Seth get married. For Bill Hader's last episode as an SNL cast member, Stefon and Seth finally get the fairy tale ending fans hoped for. After years of flirting, Stefon announces during his Weekend Update segment that he's found someone else.
He likes me for me, and we are getting married. Bye, Seth Meyers.
Following his abrupt exit, anchor Seth suddenly finds himself unable to continue.
Follow your heart.
At Amy Poehler's insistence, Seth races out of the studio. Then, we cut to Stefon's wedding, and it has everything. Human parking cones, Alf, Gremlins, Menorah the Explorer, even DJ Baby Bok Choy. After KOing Stefon's fiancé, Anderson Cooper, Seth elopes with his love back to the studio while his brother David, played again by Ben Affleck, cheers them on.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.